on today's episode of the Riderflex podcast. Some tips around rewarding long-term employees and doing the right thing for people with tenure on your team. You know, we're so focused in today's world on the Great Resignation and the turnover and people leaving, which means we all have to concentrate on finding new talent and filling positions. So many companies we work with here at Riderflex, they're short-staffed and we're helping them find talent. So we see it every day. It's a big part of the conversation. Not we all, but a lot of us forget about rewarding the long-term employees and what we're doing for people with tenure. I know that I have here, even Riderflex, we're so focused on finding new recruiters as we grow because we need more people, et cetera. And then years go by and you have somebody that's been here several years and you forget to concentrate on them and try to do something extra for them, right? I've made that mistake personally. Recently, we had a long-term recruiter here who we value very much. And she mentioned, she basically told the leadership team, she said in a very respectful way, she said, "Hey, what's in this for me? What do I get out of this for staying all these years when other people come and go? Like, what's my reward?" Right? Fair question. In fact, I was a little embarrassed that I hadn't thought about it more as a CEO, quite frankly. I think that happens to a lot of small business owners, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of small to medium-sized CEOs, especially if you're in growth phase over the last several years and you're concentrating on scaling up. Sometimes you forget about those people that have been around 3, 4, 5 years, which in today's world is a long time, considering every millennial out there quits their job every year. No, I'm just joking. I'm not picking on millennials. But anyway, she reached out and said, "Yeah, what's in it for me? What's my reward for staying longer? And in particular, why are new recruiters recently brought on board paid the same as me, especially if they're more junior?" Fair question. And so, we talked about it as a leadership team here, and I talked about it with my co-founder, and we recently rolled out a commission structure for our folks here that is a tiered approach that does do things for people that have been here for a long time and rewards people over the years, which we should have done already, right? Should have been in place already, but we didn't have it in place, but we do now. And I thought to myself, boy, this is probably a good podcast tip. In fact, so many of the podcast tips that I give here on Riderflex are from my own mistakes or my own experiences, either as a former leader of other companies or as the leader of Riderflex. And so I'm sharing yet another one with you. It was brought up to us and we fixed it. And I'm just wondering how many of you maybe need to fix that in your own organization. If you got somebody that's been there 5, 6, 7 years in a certain position, and you bring somebody else in that's brand new, maybe they don't have quite the same number of years of experience, but you're paying them the same thing. Should you be? What's the reward for the long-term employee? Tenure matters. This whole thing with people leaving their jobs once a year and changing jobs all the time, it's a pain in the ass for business owners to lose people like that. It's a pain for the leadership team to bring on and onboard and train and bring new people up to speed. I mean, nobody likes the turnover, and you lose all that experience and knowledge when people walk out of the building. And so tenured employees that know the culture, know the company, know the style, know the personalities of the officers of the company, tribal knowledge, so to speak. It's super valuable. And I can just tell you, as the leader of recruiting firm Riderflex, we truly appreciate, respect, love, and admire the people that stay with us for a long time. It means a lot. Um, and I know some of you listening to this podcast, you're thinking, well, oh, it's better to have newer people and have turnover because you get fresh blood and new thoughts and new creative ideas. Yeah, that's true. You get some of that, but boy, man, I'll take a 5-year employee that kicks ass on a regular basis, that has a few weaknesses and scars. I'll take that over a brand new person who, by the way, also has weaknesses and scars. You just haven't found them yet because they're brand new. I'll take the veteran any day because they know the company, and there's just so much experience and knowledge that makes things move faster and smoother. So if you haven't done anything recently to look at your compensation packages or equity or bonus structure or commission structure that reward long-term employees, I recommend that you do. And there is your Riderflex tip of the day.